Hello, good rising. Welcome to the Indigo Room, Creating Our Reality. Good rising, Linda. Today we're discussing vision board success, getting clarity, and is this what I really want? Yeah, that's what we're talking about today, this morning. So good rising. Welcome to the open chat. I'm going to let people get into the room. Got some Cleopatra on me. It is a little chilly here, Linda, in New York City today. We caught up to Oregon. I ran out of sage, so now I only have my Palo Santo wood, which is still cleansing. So I'm going to send you guys some delicious clearing energy, some clearing smoke. And hi, Barb. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing. You can hit the bell. If you're watching this on your phone, there's a little icon. You close up the chat and there's a little icon to hit the bell to subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Give it a thumbs up. And I do want to also remind you all that the group coaching discount ends today, the early bird special. So if you are looking for that, you can still get over there to the Indigo Room .org website and register. And the starts on October 12th on Saturday. So we have 3 different groups going, one at 12, one at 3, and one at 6. And then if Saturdays do not work for you, you can register for Mondays, which start at 7 p.m. And that starts on October 14th. It's the Imagination Creation Group Coaching. If you would like a one-on-one session, you could just go ahead and go over to the indigoroom.org and send me an email. The information is all there if you click on coaching sessions. Linda did something wonderful this week. She created a step-by-step breakdown on how to take your vision board from Canva and make it into a big poster that you can place on your wall. And she wrote it out. It's on the website as well. So if you go to the indigoroom.org, you can click that. She put all the information. Thank you, Linda. We love Linda. And it's really cool. It's all broken down on how to do it, how to get your vision board from out of the computer into your reality where you can touch it and feel it and look at it every day. Kiss it. So today, again, what I said we were going to be discussing. Hi, Sharon. We're going to be talking about vision board success and getting clarity, because I know that some of us may not, really know what we want, or we think we know what we want, and then we get it. And then, it's like, well, I really didn't want that. So we're going to talk about that today. And you're probably going to need some paper and a pencil, crayon, marker, a paintbrush. I don't know, whatever you use to write. And we're going to discuss that. And then we're going to chat a little bit with you guys. Did everybody do their vision board? Did you get your vision board done? Did you get it? Did you get it finished? I hope you did. Barb, not yet. Well, why not yet? You don't know what you want? It's a good question. How come you didn't do it yet? I'm just being nosy. If you don't know what you want, then this is a good show. This is a good episode for you. That's what we're going to get into even more in the imagination coaching group, because a lot of times, we think, number one, that Well, I don't need to write it down. I already have it in my mind. Because life gets us all wicky wacky, and then we often forget what it is that we're asking for. So it is a great way to be able to see it every day, to be able to remember. See, I got dog hair all over me. To be able to remember what it is that you want to be doing now. Okay, so is it placed someplace where you can see it every day? Because that's key. Remember, when we discussed making the vision board, you want to make sure that it's someplace that you're going to see it at least in the morning when you wake up and before you go to sleep, because that's what you want to go to sleep with. You want to go to sleep with that feeling of having it manifested for you. Oh, you made the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, girly girl. I see you. I see what you did there. That is good. Well, I mean the vision board and the Wheel of Fortune. So either one. When I'm talking about the vision board, I mean the Wheel of Fortune. Either one. One of the two things. If you did one of the two things, good. Give yourself a thumbs up. Yay! But you can also create that Wheel of Fortune in Canva and then have it printed out. So Linda did all of that. It's on the website. Go check it out. All right. So we're going to jump right into it today because it's really, I want you to grab your Wheel of Fortune or your vision board and bring it out so you can look at it. And I have a sweater on today because it's chilly in New York City. Last week, I had the AC on and I was burning up. This week, I have a sweater on and jackets and socks. It's crazy. But this is one of my favorite times of year. Fall and spring. I'm a spring baby, born in May, and I love the fall. I love it. I'm just so happy. I'm a happy camper. Okay, so get your pen, get your piece of paper, whatever you're going to write with, and all the links for everything that we're talking about today are in the description below, except the Canva link. You go to canva.com, create your vision board. And if you haven't created your vision board yet or your treasure map yet, at the end of this video, there will be a link right here for you to click that video and watch it. And we talk about how to create your video, create it. All right. So one of the things that I want to just you want to get clarity. We want to talk about how do you know if this is something that you really want or if it's something that somebody else like put on you that you should have? Like our parents, our family, our coworkers, society has decided, that this is what you should be doing, this is who you should be. So we're going to break it down just like we did with the treasure map. You're going to start breaking it down, and I'm going to want you to really get clarity and really focus on what it is that you do want to be, do, and have. Now, you don't have to answer the questions in the chat. Linda said, I see mine several times a day. Yay! Listen, you should see me in the house. I carry mine. It's on a big poster board. I carry it like it's a baby. I'm like, hi, treasure map. How you doing today? But I'm crazy. So, that's typical. Okay. So one of the things that I think I had touched on when we were talking about Neville Goddard and our imagination and the fourth dimensional self on Wednesday night, I do want to let you all know, if you're new to the channel, that we're here live every Wednesday and Sunday. So Wednesdays, we're here at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we discuss Neville Goddard and the I Am Discourses, which those two videos will also pop up on your screen. One here, one maybe here, and then my face will be over there. So you can figure out, what you want to click on. But we're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern live. So you have to figure out what the time frame is, where you are at in the planet, in the world. All right. But one of the things that we talked about on Wednesday night was giving your fourth dimensional self, some work. Because, right now they're probably unemployed and they're just sitting there lazing around because we ain't giving them no jobs to do. And that your fourth dimensional self, once you've established what it is that you really want, your higher self or your fourth dimensional self will go out and figure out the ways, the means, the hows, all of that. So we just start focusing on what we want, deciding what we want to be, do, and have. Getting clarity on what that is, and then allowing the universe, God, source, your higher self to figure out the middle, and we go to the end, right? So if you create an event in your mind, right, that would indicate that this thing is done, and you replay that and replay over and over until you get the click, until you get that feeling that it's done, that happy feeling, not excitement, but the feeling that it's done. Hey, Kat, good to see you. Then, you know that it's done and you can move on about whatever it is you're doing. So how do you get clarity, and how do you know if this is something that you really want, or if this is something that you just, figuring, I would like a new house. And, oh yeah, I do want a new job. Like, you're being lackadaisical with your thought process. So you don't want to just be lackadaisical with your thought process, because I'm telling you, the universe will give you exactly what you want. So like just say you want more money. You put on there, I want more money. Well, you'll go outside today and find $1 or a dime on the ground. That's more money. That's more money than you had yesterday. That's more money than you had 5 minutes ago. So you do want to get clarity on what it is that you're asking for specifically. And I don't mean like detailed down to the last floorboard. And I want the floorboards to look, if you're talking about your house and you want your floorboards to have this color and be mahogany, and I'm not talking about all that nitpicky stuff. I'm just saying clarity. So I touched on this a little bit on Wednesday night, because one of the things that I wanted to do was move. I decided that I wanted to move. Now, before that, I didn't have moving in my experience, thinking about moving. It was maybe about May, around my birthday, maybe April or May. I was like, I really want to move. Started thinking that in my thought process, right? I really want to move. I really just want to live in a new house. Okay. Now, all along, prior to me deciding that I wanted to move into a new house, I was quite content with living in an apartment. Happy. It's great. Perfect. I love it. And I do love my apartment. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But I wanted to move. And then I said to the universe, well, I didn't say it, like I didn't say it out loud to the universe, but this is what I'm thinking. Like I didn't get clarity, is what I'm saying. I was just like, it would be nice to move. I think I want a new house. It would be nice to be in a new house, and I can imagine myself in a new house, me and Cleopatra, because I really would like a backyard for her. One of the reasons why I wanted a backyard is because I'm getting tired of going up and down the stairs to let her little behind outside. Okay? It's mainly about the dog. So I kept saying, I'm saying this, I'm saying this, I'm saying this, I'm saying it in my spirit, feeling it in my spirit that I want to move. So what does source do? It makes it difficult for me to be here. Like all kinds of wicky wacky things start showing up, right? You said you wanted to move. All right. So did you notice this? Did you see this? And did you look at this house? But what I'm saying is like the universe didn't do it. I'm doing it, right? Because I'm giving conflicting thoughts, conflicting. I like my apartment. I want to stay in my apartment. I'm so happy I have my apartment. It's a delicious apartment, but I want to move. I want to move. I want to move, but I got to pay rent and I'm going to pay my rent. And how I'm going to pay, how am I going to do this house? Conflict, confliction. So I'm giving conflicting messages to my higher self. And my higher self was actually who brought it to my attention because I didn't even realize I was doing it in my meditation. And I was like, what's going on? And blah, 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 blah. I was having a conversation with them and they were like, well, because, I have guides. I talk to my guides all the time. Well, there was a time that I stopped talking to them, but I'm talking to them all the time. And they said, well, Sid, well, they don't call me Sid, they call me something else. But they said, do you want to keep your apartment? Do you want to stay in your apartment? Or did you want to move into a new house? I was like, oh, it's because you're giving us conflicting messages here. Now, you can have both. Or if you really want to, if that's something that you really want, you can have both. But you got to get clarity on what it is that you actually want to be, do, and have with regards to your living space. And I went, well, dag nabbit, I didn't realize I was doing that. So sometimes we don't even realize that we are giving conflicting messages. So you may have a thing on your vision board and be wicky wacky about what it is that you want to be, do, and have. So you have conflicting messages. And just like I said, you say, I want more money. Sure enough, you go outside and you find $1. Well, that's not the money I was talking about, God. I meant like, I wanted $10,000. Well, you didn't say that. You said I want more money. So I gave you some more, Does that make sense? Do you see where I'm going? So the questions you want to ask yourself, is Amira here? Because I know it was 8:00 in California. So the questions you may want to ask yourself when you're writing down on this piece of paper, just take those 6 topics that we had on our treasure map, right? Was finances, work, home. I think we added another one. So it was relationships, money, work or business, home, spiritual growth, relaxation. Oh, that was vacations, relaxation, fun, and then I added health in there. So we're going to break it down by those 7 areas that we usually have some sort of conflicting ideas about. So what do you want in your relationships? That's what you're going to write down that question. What do I want in my relationship? All right. Don't answer it yet. Just write the question down. What do I want in my money and finances? What do I want in my home, my living space? Because we're going to try to get the essence of what it is that you want first. Okay? We want to get clarity on the essence of what it is that you want, not the actual thing, just the essence. What do I want in my spiritual growth? what do I want for relaxation and fun? How do I want to have, how do I want to relax? What is fun for me? Because what's going to happen and what you'll start to see is you'll start to see a pattern show up as you're answering these questions. And what do I want for my health? Because you may have some situations going on that I don't know about. Like I may have some situations going on that you don't know about. Yes, we're going to get clarity on the essence, the idea, the feeling of what it is that you want to be, do, and have. So you may find that you might want to edit certain things that you put on your treasure map, add some things, write additional stuff on your vision board if you've already created it outside of your computer. But I want to help you get a little bit more clarity, like my guides help me. Okay, so now that you have those questions, and we're not going to overwhelm you. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. Okay, with oh my God, Sydney, I got to do. No, it's really not that deep. It really isn't. It's not that deep. Okay, and also, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to talk about your manifestation journal. If you haven't gotten one, you can get it over at the IndigoRoom.org, but you can pick up a journal anywhere, from anything. And you want to make it your manifesting journal, because you want to keep track of what's coming in. Because there's stuff coming in, and we call that driftwood. I call it driftwood. And that's an indication that things are about to shift and change as well. Like what you're doing on the inside, you're going to start seeing manifesting on the outside in all kinds of ways, whether it's good, whether it's not so good, because what you're doing consciously or unconsciously is always going to manifest, right? Eventually, it's going to manifest. So you do want to get consciously aware of what it is you're asking for before it shows up. Okay, so we're going to start with the relationships. Now, when you're talking about what it is that you want to be, do, and have in your relationships, what is the essence? What is the idea? What is the feeling that you want to be, do, and have? Now, what you're going to do is answer your question. What is it that you want? Do you want to be married? Because, I used to think I wanted to be married, but quite frankly, I really don't. Then I was wondering why my relationships are all wicky wacky, because I really don't want to be married. I would like to have a relationship, but I really don't want to be married, to be truthful. I just don't want to do that. Now, it may change tomorrow. It may change next week, but I've been pretty clear for a real long time that I really don't want to be married. That's the feeling that I have. But then I write down on my vision board, or, I write down in my journals, it would be nice to be married, and I'm married. But there's a feeling inside of me that says, I don't really want to be married. Consciously, outside, I'm saying, it would be nice to have a relationship. I would like to be married. But inside, I really don't. I have a feeling of, I don't really care. I don't really want to get married. I'd like to be in a relationship, but I really don't want to be married. So there's two conflicting things that are happening, right? So I had to get clear on, what I want as far as a relationship is concerned. What kind of relationship do I want to have? Now, maybe you want to talk about your relationships with your family, with your kids, with your mom, what type of relationship would you like to have? So get some clarity on that. Maybe you don't have a family and you would like to be in a family type setting, and you join us here in the Indigo Room and we embrace you as your family. That is the essence. That is the feeling of community or family. So the feeling of family is sort of community, right? It's people that you can lean on, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can have fun with, you can do things, right? That's the essence of it. So you want to get clarity on exactly what type of relationship you want. Because if you're giving conflicting thoughts, imaginations, transmitting it, you're going to receive back conflicting manifestations. You're going to be like, thank you, but that's not really what I was asking for. Does that make sense so far? Let me know if it's not clear. If I'm not being clear. So when you're looking at your vision boards, or your treasure maps, and you're looking at like your relationship part, or if you didn't put that on there, you might want to add that on there, because you can add whatever you can and be, do, and have as you're moving around. Because think about this, somebody said, I was thinking about this yesterday too. People say, oh, I really want a permanent job. Maybe you're a temp, let's just say. Do you realize that no job is permanent, right? No, nothing. Actually, nothing that we have here is permanent, but no job is permanent either. If you think about it, even if you work the same job from your working when you graduate high school at 18 until you retire, right? It's not permanent. You retired. Even if you work 60 or 7 years, it's not a permanent job. You retired. So it's not permanent. So how do you want to spend your life? Think about how we are exchanging our temporary time here for somebody else's idea of what they consider to be permanent. So that's what I said. If you're going to get clarity, I want you to get clarity on, is it, hey, hey, G. So if you are, thinking, well, I really would like a job. I want a good job. I really want to have a good job. And I want a permanent job. Trust me, no job is permanent. None. Number one. Now, if you would like a new position, doing something that you love, you want to get clarity on what that is. Do you want to get paid? How much would you like to get paid? What type of work would you like to be doing? Because it could be a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Just understand me. I'm not saying that jobs are bad. It could be that this type of work requires you to be trained, and you're going to go work in a company, and you're going to get trained, and you're going to learn how to do something, and allows you to move up the ladder, and whatever. That's great. I just want you to get clarity on the fact that nothing is permanent. That's all. Okay? So what type of position, what type of business, what type of work would you like to do? I know I skipped over finances, but we're going into work. What type of work would you like to be doing? Now, did your parents tell you you should be a doctor? Did your parents tell you you should be a lawyer? Did your parents tell you that you should be a garbage person? Did your parents tell you that you should be a nurse? Did school teachers tell you that you should be a journalist or an English teacher? Like a lot of times we get the ideas of what we should be doing in our lives from other people. I know I did. I remember when all I wanted to do was be a designer. No, I'm sorry. First, well, I did want to be a designer. I ain't gonna lie, because I used to make all my clothes when I was a kid. Everything. Every week I had a new outfit, because every week I would be making my new clothes. And I just knew I was going to be a designer. You know who put the kibosh on that? My mother, who taught me how to sew. She's like, well, you need to get a real job. That's not a job. It's like, what? Okay. So Sharon and I decided that she was going to be a pediatrician or gynecologist. I can't remember. And I decided that I was going to be the person that operates on people's hearts. Cardiologist. Remember that, Sharon? Life has changed. She's in the medical field. I'm not. It's just not my thing. I can't do it. I don't want to be cutting on nobody. I don't want to be doing that. Went to take all these medical classes and yada. It's not my thing. I can't do it. So you know what I started doing as I got older? I started designing, making jewelry, creating jewelry, opened up my own shop, opened up my own business. I lost it in 2011 when 9/11 happened. However, I started making my jewelry again, right? Recently, because that's something that's always been on my mind. It's always something that I wanted to bring back and always something that I want to do. And I love it. I make it, but I don't make it like, for business. But now that's something that I want to do. I also love DJing. I love DJing. I love it. So I finally got back in and started doing that last night. That was my first set was last night. No, I didn't tell you all about it because I'm nervous and I don't want you in there checking me out. But I'll tell you, I'll let you visit soon. All right. So you do want to get clarity, and that has been on my list for a long time. That's not something that has not been on my list. It has those two things have been on my list for a long time. And I was doing that for a long time, and then I stopped. And I was like, you know what? This is what I love. Being here with you on the Indigo Room is something that I love to do. I love that. That is what I love to do. I love teaching this stuff. I love learning it. I love expanding it and figuring out stuff and how stuff works. I'm like a little Tinkerbell. I get in there and I like to tinker. How does that work? So Neville said we do what with our imagination? That's me. That's something that may not be you, right? Maybe that's not you, but that is me. Sharon said, yes, I remember you. My dream to become a doctor was diminished by a guidance counselor. There you go. Yay, DJ. Lynn said, loved your DJing. I was going to tell you, Linda, but I was nervous. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready. I only had like 5 people show up, but it was good. No, 8 people. But they just came randomly from another person who was helping me, so I was just testing, and then all these people started showing up. I was like, oh, wait, oh. So I was really nervous, but it went okay. I had a couple of glitches, had a couple of flubs, some stuff shut down, some stuff went a little wacky, but I kept going. I did it for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm not telling you where it's at. You can't get the recording. I ain't ready yet. When I'm ready, I'll give it to you. When I'm ready, I will invite you all, and you can listen in the whole 9. You'll be able to listen online, but that's not today. That's not today. It might be next week, but it's not today. Sharon says you do it well. Oh, thank you, Sharon. The teaching part, yeah. I'm understanding that I do it well, because I didn't think I used to do it well before. I used to feel, even when I had the Indigo Room podcast started in 2007, I liked doing it. I loved doing it, but I was like, I felt like I didn't know I didn't have anything to offer. So that's something else we want to clarify, first of all, that everything that you're putting on your list, everything that you're putting on your vision board, everything, you are worthy to receive it. That's why I wrote on the template, I am worthy to receive all that I'm asking for, because you have to remind yourself, you may not feel worthy about certain things. You're not deserving about certain things because you did this, or you said that, or you was this. Throw that out your mind. The fact that you are alive right here today, the fact that you are a created being makes you worthy. You are deserving. Period, point blank. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you said to anybody. I don't care who shot John. You're worthy. Okay? But we're not shooting John, so I'm just saying. Okay, so get clarity on your work. So Sharon said that her guidance counselor, her dream to become a doctor was diminished by a guidance counselor. See, that's something that you can actually still do today. If that's something that you want to still do, I'm just saying. But that's something that you can do today. If that is still a dream of yours to still be a doctor, it's not mine, because I don't like dealing with the body and all that. Yeah, I'm not other people's. It's not mine. I thought it was, because my mama said that I couldn't be a designer, so I was like, all right, let me go, because I was really smart. Both of us were really, really smart in school, right? And I figured, all right, well, let me go with the medical field. And that just did not interest me whatsoever. None. But I was doing it because, my parents, my mama said, you ain't gonna be no designer, girl. Get yourself a real job. Then I find I'm gonna go to college. Well, you can't go to college. All right. So what can I do? So anyway, because that's Jehovah's Witnesses' whole thing. That's another story. But anyway. Okay, so she don't want to be a doctor no more. That's great. She got other plans. But here's the thing. Let's just say you did. And, we are a women of a certain age. It is never too late to be, do, and have whatever it is that you wanted to be, do, and have when you were a kid. So that's something that I want you to also to understand. Pull back, look at some of the dreams, the goals, desires that you wanted to do when you were a youngin'. Because that's truth right there. That is truth. Because when you're a kid, you really don't know. You didn't know what you know now, which is, that you can't, what the world tells you, that you can't be, do, and have anything. You, in your newbie mind, had it correct. You had it correct back then. So if you don't have any kind of clue on what it is that you want, think about some of the things you were dreaming about creating, playing in your imagination, wanting when you were a kid. And bring that forward and look and write it down on this list here. Maybe it was somebody, people will tell you can't make a business out of anything. That's a lie. And that you can't work at anything. That's a lie. I remember somebody said to me, you can have it. You can have everything you want. You just can't have it. You can have whatever you want. You just can't have everything you want. That's a lie. You can have whatever you want. You just got to know what it is. That's the key. You can have everything you want. Anything you want and everything. You just got to know what it is that you want. And be clear with the universe and source on what it is that you do want. Because conflicting ideas and thoughts don't bring anything to you. You just keep getting wicky wacky nonsense. Well, that was okay, and that one wasn't okay. That was okay, that wasn't okay. All right, so home. Hey, Jackie. Jackie's in the house. Hi. Woohoo. Boy, the whole house, whole family. The whole family's here today. Okay, so look at your home. Jackie, I already know what kind of house you want. I know where you want to live. But I want you to get the essence of it. I want you to write out or get your picture or write on your treasure map what the essence of the house is. Like, not so, hey, Wanda, not so specific, but the idea and the essence. because I'm telling you, you'll find it. Source will bring it to you. And guess what? Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to take it. You can say, oh, you know what? Thank you, Source, but that's not really the house I want right there. You know, I really wanted 10,000 feet. You only gave me 9,500. I'm just kidding. But, like, you don't have to take it if it's not exactly what you want. But it'll help you get clarity to, oh, well, you know what? That was nice, but I really realized that, okay, I would like it to be near a beach, or I like it to be in the woods, or I'd like more greenery around it. Because I have a real clear picture of what the house now that I would like to live in looks like. I have not put all of that down on my vision board, but I have a real good picture of what the house looks like in my mind. And I would like it to be right here on Staten Island. Go figure. Me, who always wants to leave Staten Island, has decided that she wants to have the house here. So, yeah, you want to give your higher self some work, some good work. So you want to get clarity. They could go, oh, that's what you wanted. I didn't realize. Because, like, God doesn't just, or your source doesn't just go in and say, oh, let me give Sydney $10,000 because, she needs $10,000. I have to tell the universe exactly what I want, what I am commanding it to manifest. And again, once you get clarity, it'll be easier to do the imagination work that we talk about, that Neville talks about. It'll be so much easier to do your imagination work when you have a clear vision, right? The Bible says, my people perish for lack of vision. It's right there. I think it's in Psalms or Solomon, one of them Old Testament scriptures. So get clear on your home. What type of home you want to be, do you want to live in? You want to live in a trailer. Maybe you just want to be on an RV and drive across country. Maybe that's something. You want to be open. You want to be transient. You want to move around. Maybe you don't want a house. Maybe you just want to, be a person who travels, right? You want to travel. You just want one spot, someplace that you can drop your bags and, change your clothes and then move on to the next spot. There's nothing wrong with that. You may wind up creating a job that pays you the money that allows you to be able to do that. But if you don't get clarity on the types of things that you want to be and that you want to do, it's very difficult for the universe to line up everything for you because you're not clear. Well, I had this guy, the universe, here's the universe. I had this guy that I really wanted to introduce you to because he really has a company that would allow you to travel and pay you money, and he's single. But, you ain't giving me no clarity, so I can't line that up. So I'm just going to sit here, put some lipstick on, wait for you, figure out what you want. Maybe I'll do my nails. You see, if we knew all the help that we really do have, we would get clear. So now you want to talk about your spiritual growth, right? What does that mean? Figure that out. Do you want to do more meditation? Do you want to follow your intuition? Do you want to connect to your higher self? Do you want to be able to read more, find out stuff more Pay attention to the things that come into your experience. Pay attention. Don't fluff it off as, well, that would have happened anyway. Pay attention to the hits that you're getting. That's your intuition. So if you put on your spiritual growth section that you want to follow your intuition more, then pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you, because that's your intuition giving you guidance. Meditate. Maybe that's something that you want to do that you're not doing. Don't try to meditate for a whole hour. Just put on there that I would like to meditate more, and then do some conscious focus for 5 minutes a day. I'm telling you, it will grow. And the next thing you know, you'll be doing it for an hour. But you do want to get clear that what it is that you want in your spiritual growth. Maybe you want to be more trusting of spirit. Maybe you don't even trust spirit. Maybe you don't even have any belief. Maybe that's something that you want to put on your board. I'd like to have more belief. Maybe you'd like to have more belief in yourself. So now we want to talk about relaxation and fun. How many times do you allow yourself to do things that are fun? How much fun are you having in your life? I think fun needs to be on everybody's board and everybody's treasure map. You got to add that in, fun or relaxation. Because a lot of us do a lot of different things for fun. But when was the last time that you laughed so hard that tears were rolling down your face? When was the last time that happened for you? I love to laugh. Maybe you didn't notice. But last week, I was with my friend Stephanie, who comes into the Indigo Room a lot, and we laughed so hard that we were up late talking and playing in Second Life, which is something that I haven't done in probably 3 years. Haven't been in there, and I've been getting this intuition hits. You got to go back into Second Life. Nah, I'm not doing it. You got to go back into Second Life. Nah, I'm not doing it. You got to go back into Second Life. Nah, I'm not doing it. I swear it was like at least 3 times a month. Finally, I said, all right, I'm going to go back in. I went in, and she and we laughed so hard. We were up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like I was visiting with her, like in real life, but it is real life in my opinion. The energies I'm going to do a whole video on that. But anyway, we had such a great interaction and so much fun, and we laughed so hard. And I realized, I was like, oh my God, I really love being in here. This is something that I love to do. And I stopped doing it because somebody said to me, not the reason why, but I felt it. Like I felt somebody, like somebody said to me though, and I felt it, and I accepted it, that it was stupid and it was BS. And I loved it. And it was something that brought me joy. And I brought a lot of people joy when I was in there, because I would do the Indigo Room in Second Life. But anyway, so we laughed so hard. Our stomachs were hurting so badly and I went to sleep laughing. No lie. I went to sleep laughing, woke up laughing. I texted her. I was like, you know what? I woke up just now and I'm laughing while I'm waking up. She said, me too. And my stomach was hurting. We both needed it. So when was the last time that you laughed? You're going to put something on there for fun. Whatever it is that you like to do for fun. That means like, you'll feel good fun. People think that, I'm a hermit. Well, I kind of am. I enjoy my own company. I really do. Like I could be in this apartment all day long and I will never be bored by myself. I'm reading. I love to read. I love music. I'll be in here dancing by myself, singing, having a good time. So figure out what it is you like to do for fun, because That is also a creative energy, that feeling of joy, that feeling of happiness. Maybe it is that you like to write, you like to paint, you like to create things, you like to design things. I don't care what it is. Maybe you're a programmer and that makes you feel good. It brings you joy. There's a reason why you have that feeling. There's a reason why that thing that you like to do that is fun for you gives you a good feeling. It is a gift from source for you to be able to relax your wicky wacky mind. Because when you're in that fun mode, when you're in that good feeling mode, believe and trust me, things start to show up for you that were not able to get to you when you were wicky wacky, when you got constricted in your thought process. So writing these things down really does help get you clear. So after you finish your list, you can add those things to your vision board or, tweak your vision board a little bit better. And then watch the stuff as it starts to come. Keep a little journal. Write it down. I found 10 cents today. I don't care. 10 cents showed up because on your vision board, you said, I want more money. Write it down. But now you have a way to get clear. Well, I really would like $10,000, actually. I really would like 10,000 gods. Because remember, we talked about God is money and money is God, right? So you really would like 10,000 of those. 10,000 of those vibrations. And follow the things that show up for you. Maybe you'll see an article or you'll read a book on how to, handle money or how to manifest money or how to create. Follow that. That's your source. That's your higher self saying, look over there. Hello. Check that out. Pay attention to that. Your health. Sharon said, I'm laughing now, remembering you too. Oh. Wanda said, oh my God, Sid, I am the same way. I enjoy my own company. People think I'm isolated, but I'm not. I have so much fun at home in my thoughts. I do. People say, oh, you need to get out more. Most of my close friends are right here in my computer. And they're real people on the other side. Some of them are on the other side of the planet. I talk to them all the time. So, and I'm at home in my thoughts. Jackie said, me too. I make lovely company for me. Sharon says, I enjoy being alone. And Wanda says, I've manifested health and a man recently. Oh, do tell. Mm-hmm. Well, Wanda, you need to give me a call, sister. Because you're supposed to be coming up to New York to take my headshots. I'm only kidding. That's great. Congratulations. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So I do want you to understand that, so we're done. Ask yourself the same questions about health. Linda said, I like being by myself too. We all do. And that's probably why we're all here together with each other. Oh, you will? Yay! That's awesome. So we have to talk then so we can connect. So again, you want to try not to overwhelm yourself with too many things, all right, on your vision board. Don't just grab stuff and say, oh, this looks nice. I would like to have that. I want this. I want that. I want that. I want this. I want that. I want, not that you can't have whatever it is that you want to be, do, and have, but I want you to have some success with your vision boards. If you've never done one, you do want to put some things on there that you can believe that you can have, that you can be in agreement with source that this is a possibility. So if you've never had your own business before, you don't know anything about it, but that's something that you would like to be doing, that's fine. Maybe you want to get in the field of that particular business. So you have a little bit of a clue on what it is that you think that you want to do. You don't know, right? So don't make your list so overwhelming, or your vision board so overwhelming that you're Wicky Wacky, because then if it's overwhelming, you go this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, and you have no clarity. You're all foggy. And that's when you get like that, that's when you go, well, I don't, the universe is not helping me. I don't even know what it's doing. It doesn't work. Well, it's not working because you're not clear. That's all. That's it. Again, with your manifesting journal, I would like for you to create one. If you don't, you can pick one up on the indigoroom.org, but it is a journal where you write down every day what has shown up for you. Keep writing it down, because I'm telling you, within a year, you would be surprised how many things you've manifested and forgot that you manifested it. And then something shows up and you go, well, I don't know why I can't, God did that. It's a reminder. It's a wonderful reminder to open up your book. I do it all day long. I do it every day. At the end of my day, or sometimes in the middle of the day, as soon as something shows up, I write it down. Like, okay, this came in. We got this. I got this computer. This came in today. I got this coat. Thank you, God. Because that's number one, keeping you on track with what it is, how things are showing up for you. It's giving you clarity on the things that you've asked for and what has shown up, and you can tweak what it is. Because nothing is set in stone. Just because you put it on the board, or just because somebody told you that you should be doing have this, you don't have to. You can change it at any time. Everything is temporary. Just me being here is temporary right now, right? So you can tweak it, but you do want to get clarity. And also, oh yeah, that's it. Write down what shows up for you. Pick up your manifesting journal and try not to overwhelm yourself. And then you'll have a little bit of an idea of what it is that the essence, get the essence, the feeling. What is this feeling going to bring me? Because maybe you just want $10,000 for the sake of having $10,000. What is the essence that you want? You want security. You want to be able to pay your bills. Maybe that is a new job. Maybe that is a new business. Maybe that is moving in a new area. And then all of a sudden things click. So be open to how the things show up too. What we think about, we bring about, Katrina says. And Wanda says, this stuff. Oh, yes. So we will get together. Yes, we will get together. Wanda says, this stuff really works. The manifestations were tailored, and the universe provided it exactly how it was desired. Yes. Just get clarity. Truly. I'm telling you. That is the key. So check within yourself if you have, before we go, check within yourself after you've written everything down. Check and see if any of those things are conflicting with each other, right? Also, tweak it, right? Say, well, I do want $10,000 in my bank account that's increasing every month. Maybe it's something like that, right? Because you could ask for a finite amount of money, and then you have to go in and do another finite amount of money. How about you ask for $10,000 or $5,000 that increases every day, that increases daily in my bank account? Get in the flow of money. Get in the flow. Now, how is that money going to show up? I don't know. It should show up through a business. It could show up through a friend. Somebody could actually donate it to you. Somebody could actually drop it in your lap. You can find it in the street. You can somebody can send you a check. It can come in all kinds of different ways, in small increments and large increments. It could come right away. It could come next week. That's not your work. Your work is to determine what it is that you want. Can you believe it? Number one. Can you believe it? And if you can't believe it, then I'm not saying don't put that on there. So if $10,000 is too big, well, maybe you can believe $5,000, right? You say, well, I can believe that $5,000 would show up for me. So if you write down $5,000, that's ever increasing. And then the next time it can be $10,000. Do you see what I mean? So you can eat the whole elephant. Not that we want to eat the whole elephant. You just can't eat the elephant whole because you can't believe it now, right? So figure out something that you can believe and get clarity on that and watch what the universe does for you. Get clarity on conflicting ideas. Do they match? If it's not matching, it's going to take a while for you to have the thing that you want to be doing have. And also, once you get the click, you will feel some sort of sense of relief. You'll feel clarity. You'll feel peaceful. You'll feel joyful. It'll go like this. You'll just go, like it's done. I know it's done. Even if it hasn't shown up yet in your outside objective world, even if it hasn't showed up yet, you'll get a feeling. Like there's some things that I have put on my vision board and my treasure map that this week I go, okay, I've never felt this feel good about this particular thing before. I've never felt that good. And I'm going, wow. I almost, and you can almost sabotage yourself, but I'm not doing that because you're going like, I never felt this good before about a certain thing. Because you know that it's on its way. So those are the steps that I use. Hopefully they'll help you to get clarity. And I want to just remind you that you can thumbs up the video. Hello, give us a thumbs up. Thank you. And that we're here on Wednesday night. We are going to be going over the I Am Discourses at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're live every Wednesday and every Sunday. And you will be able to join us. The links are in the description below. If you haven't purchased the book, you can do that. If you haven't, if you're interested in coaching, links in the description below. You can go visit us at the indigoroom.org website to join the group coaching or to set up a one-on-one coaching session with me and I can help you. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and I forget what else. I don't know. Did I forget something? Here we're on YouTube. Yeah, Instagram, Twitter. Those are the main ones. And the links for that are in the channel banner. So if you don't see the channel banner, you're watching us on the phone, you would just have to go click on the channel, click on, the Indigo Room, and it'll bring you up, and that'll, gives you more detail. There's more videos that you can check out if you've missed some stuff. There's a ton of stuff. You may want to binge watch The Resurrection by Neville Goddard. Just play it on, have it playing while you're walking around in your house or driving in your car. And the I Am Discourses also. So we are going to be doing chapter 18 on Wednesday night. So you want to get here for that. And also just remember who you are, right? Remember that you are source energy right here in a physical body. And you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. because you're worthy. You can have it. And it's not being extraordinary that makes you unique. It's your uniqueness that makes you extraordinary. So I'm gonna be looking out for all the things that you guys are manifesting and stuff that's showing up for you. I'm gonna be paying attention.